So this morning, guys, I wanted to come on and make this video that, and I'm making it off camera. Making this video because it's something that, has been on my mind really for a while, and I just, I think I have time now, and I think it just needs to be said. One of the things, that has helped me to grow and mature, and, it's actually kind of a way that I have kind of always been, though, not, there's a lot of times that there are things, especially about me and my personality, that, people wonder about or what have you, but because I've lived that way, and it's always been in me, and it's like just a part of who I am, I don't think a lot about it, but to other people, it's like, oh, well, how do you do that? And blah, blah. And it's like, so this is one of those things. And so I just want to share it because I see a problem. I see a problem. I mean, I guess this problem has kind of been going on, but it's just like I just see so much now of this problem. And I guess at the root of it, or let me say, the effect of it is jealousy. And what's acted out and what you see as the result of it is a lot of times death, a lot of times, more so with men killing women nowadays, or once again, maybe it's something that has always been happening, but we just are seeing it more, I do think that there is an absolute uptick in it. I think there's a reason for it, but I'm not going to get into that today on this particular video. But, women kill men too, because of jealousy, jealous rage, jealous fits, and so forth, a lot of times even on these talk shows, way back in the day, because I haven't watched a talk show in a long time. But back in the day, there were these talk shows that, people would, the audience would go crazy, when the woman is, loud and ghetto, and yeah, I burned his clothes, and I everything I bought him, I took it outside and I burned it, and and I slashed his tires because he was he cheated on me or whatever. You know what? The foolishness to all of that, and to sum all of that up, and the maturity of all of that, is to go into relationships. And I can't stress enough the self-love aspect of it, because at the end of the day, if you love yourself, it's just certain things that you're just not going to get into. It's just certain energies and frequencies that you're just not going to even resonate with, because you're vibrating on a whole different frequency. I mean, you attract, you get what you attract, basically, and that's sometimes kind of hard to admit or believe or what have you. But, at the same time, you also, these other low great frequencies and stuff, will try to attach themselves to you also, and sometimes we accept it, but at the end of the day, it's about learning to love yourself so that certain things you won't even get into. But these situations where, men and women kill and do all these crazy things, running over people and stuff, that was not too long ago, and it's true that you don't you don't know these people's relationship, like you're not there in their lives, so you don't know what all they did, what all they went through, whatever, but at the end of the day, self-love and self-pride and so forth, it can even help you with preventing that, with you going overboard and just sacrificing yourself and your life for a person, and then they basically don't care, or they basically just treat you like whatever, or anybody else or whatever, and it causes in some people just an insane amount of just behavior, to sum it up. And the end result, like I said, is a lot of times is death. A lot of times people go kill somebody else, that they were connected to. The woman that he cheated with, or, the man that, she cheated on or whatever, which a lot of times is a lot more rare, because, well, that's actually a whole nother topic itself. But, a lot of these men today have this crazy brotherhood camaraderie stuff that, if a woman's cheated, oh, well, she was a hoe, she was a bitch anyway, all that dumb crap, But, at the end of the day, the point of what I wanted to say, the result is, the idea is self-love. That's the crux of it all. But the thing that we got to evolve from, the thing that we have to understand, is that we don't own anybody. That's it. We don't own anybody. Everybody who comes into our lives are coming for a reason. They're coming a lot of times temporarily, even your children. They're coming for a short time. They are coming a lot of times for, a lesson. A lot of people come into our lives for a whole lot of different reasons, and so we have to take that, we have to know that, we have to understand that, and we have to go with that and live that way. Like, so much of what we've been taught in this reality, this realm, is so wrong and jacked up and misconstrued. This whole till death do you part, this whole, I'm gonna love you forever, this whole, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with love, but the idea, and it's getting more and more rare, but the idea of you being with someone for the rest of your or their natural life, a lot of times it's just, it's like a fantasy. It's like it's not even something true and real that you can do. I mean, of course there's some. We've all heard of them, but I personally don't even know, or know that I believe that is the purpose of what we're supposed to be doing. I don't know, if that's the purpose of what we are supposed to be doing. In so many ways, I kind of feel that it is not. It's like another way to lock you in and, basically hold you into this reality, But anyway, I'm not I'm not trying to go too deep and, lose some of you. But at the end of the day, just on a surface level, you have to realize that, you don't own anybody. Anything that you give to someone, you have to understand that you gave it to them. It's not yours anymore to take back. If you gave it to them, whether it's your love or your time or gifts, you gave it, and it's theirs now. And if they, misuse your love, your trust, your time, whatever, and, go out and so-called cheat or go out and do something, at the end of the day, it's their loss. It's their loss if you are an actual good person, good woman, good whatever, it's their loss. And this is what you have to realize. And I think if we could get to a thinking like that, an understanding like that, you know, that we are just borrowing people, we're borrowing time, we are borrowing, you know, everything that we have, because we can't take it with us when we die, you know. And in so many ways, you know, I've looked at that, and I look at that, you know, it's such an arrogancy, if you really look at that, you know. The idea that somebody has in their mind that you can't cheat on me, you can't leave me, you can't, you know, whatever to me. And the idea is like, basically, who the hell are you that you're so special or think so high of yourself that can't nobody cheat on you, can't nobody would, I mean, like, who really seriously are you? You know, you come unwrapped, you become unhinged, you just completely lose your mind and everything, you know, associated with it, because someone cheated on you. Like, that's just something I never understood, you know. You don't own that person. They're not yours to keep. They're not even your children. They are not yours to keep. They are sent here for whatever reason. You were used as a portal, especially mothers. You're used as a portal to get these children here. But we don't own them. We don't own their lives. We don't, we can't, what's the word? We can't control their lives. We can guide them. We can guide them. And we can give them advice, and we can give them whatever. And that's hard. Believe me, I know that that's hard, especially as a mother, it's hard. But I have personally had to learn, and this is, again, another video. I have had to learn that I had to let go. In the depth and deepness of my love for my children, I have had to understand that I was a portal. They're not, in so many ways, especially after a certain age, my responsibility to make sure that they do thus and so. You know, the formative years, the early years, or they're the key. They're the key, because how you raise them, what you do with their lives, how you rear them, your thinking, your attention, your time with them, all of that is going to shape them. And, you know, just at the end of the day, when they get to be a certain age, they are going to do what they want to do. No matter what, no matter how. I mean, they're going to do what they want to do. And so, you know, it's about you putting your confidence and your understanding in how you raise them. You know, sometimes we got to repent. Sometimes we have to, you know, ask for forgiveness for some things that we didn't know that we did, or we neglected to do, or whatever, in raising our children. But I digress, because I was talking about relationships and so forth. I mean, it all kind of goes together. But, you know, this crazy notion that someone is ours, someone is, you know, that's my wife, and I think men really, really, really have it way, you know, that type of behavior way worse than a lot of women. You know, I think women just be hurt or whatever, but men, for whatever reason, actually really do, you know, look at women as ownership. You know, they really do. That is, she belongs to me, or whatever. But, you know, as I said, at the end of the day, self-love is going to solve so much of that. Real, true self-love, because it's going to cause you not to even get into certain things and certain mindsets, certain ways of doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to sacrifice yourself and your being and your love or whatever for someone, you know, and give them all of this, because your self-love for yourself is going to stop you from being able to do, or for, you know, it's going to stop the need or the want of you wanting to do certain things, not because you don't love them or care, but just because sometimes we can love people too much. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can love people for the wrong reason, you know? And I'm gonna try to hurry up and end this video, but you know, there's certain type of mindsets that we have, you know. Like I did a video a long time ago trying to tell men that these women who take care of you, these women who buy you everything, you know, these women who do all of this stuff for you, buying your shoes, buying your clothes, basically treating you like their son, you know, doing all this stuff for you, you know, these women, whether you realize it, whether they're coming to you like that or not, these women are basically owning you. They're taking away your freedom. They're taking away your rights. Because then, as soon as you don't do what they want you to do, what's the first thing they do? They want to take it all back. They want to throw it in your face. They want to remind you that I did such and such, and you ain't have SHIT, and you know what I'm saying? And the self-love that you have for yourself should cause you not to even want to get into a situation like that, you know? A lot of these women, you know, who do these things, you know, they present their love and they present their whatever, that they've done all this for you and have given you, you know, because I loved you. I mean, maybe they did, but a lot of times it's a warped type of love because, you know, you're doing it ultimately for control. The women are doing it for control. Period. May not seem that way, may not look that way, whatever, but men who get into these crazy lopsided type relationships, so many times they think they're one up in a woman. They really think that, oh, I'm using her and blah blah blah, you know, and she bought me. You getting yourself into a trap is what you're doing. You're getting yourself into a trap. And you know, if you do it for yourself, if you stand up, be an adult, and do things for yourself, then can't a woman bribe you with whatever. You're not going to be in court talking about she threw away all your Jordans, she burned all your Jordans. I mean, that's kid-like. That's 15-year-old like. 15-year-old mamas, kids' moms buy them Jordans and PlayStations and all that foolishness. I mean, if you're a man, you know, you do it for yourself. Adults do it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's a trap. It is an absolute trap that you're getting yourself in, you know? And I'm not even sure if a lot of the women who are in those type of situations really truly realize what they're doing. Some probably do. But, you know, that's a whole control tactic, mechanism, lifestyle, all of that. You don't own any of it. It's not yours. You know, it's a trap. But, yeah, I'm going to end the video, you know. But at the end of the day, we don't own anybody. You don't have no rights to people. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have no contract that such and such was going to be yours for life and forever. And if you do, if you want to start talking about marriage, you know, I'm not even going to get into the part about how it's a piece of paper. But when you ultimately look at it from outside of the box, it's nothing in a marriage contract that's going to make anybody do anything to keep that contract. It's nothing, absolutely nothing. That people do it and people stay in relationships and situations because they want to, period. You guys, I hope you got something out of this. Leave me a comment, drop me a comment, you know. Let me know what you think. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, we'll see you next time.